Good afternoon and welcome. My name is Sabrina Brightstar. I am really excited to share with you a really awesome story and a tool that can totally help you with your manifesting. We're all manifesting every day, all the time. Some of us are intentionally manifesting what we wish for, and some of us are unconsciously manifesting maybe what we don't wish for, the opposite. So this tool is something in your brain that we all have called the Reticular Activating System, the RAS. So before I tell you the story and show you how to use this tool in a super easy, super fast way, first of all, I want to say thank you for listening. For more information about me, you can go to sabrinabrightstar.com. If you want free manifesting tools, I've got so many free processes on quantummanifestnow.com. So those are two places that you can really go and play and have a lot of fun. I have created so many really things that make my heart sing, and I hope it makes your heart sing too. So many freebies. Now, the magic of the RAS, the Reticular Activating System. Well, first of all, I just have to tell you the backstory. So I learned about the RAS back in 1990. When would that have been? 1994, 1995, when I was doing the Tony Robbins. Do you remember those info commercials? If you're older, you will remember the info commercials with Tony Robbins. And he taught you how to use your reticular activating system. And it's the part of your brain that helps you notice things. So if you go to buy a white car, all of a sudden you'll start seeing white cars everywhere. Why? Because now you've activated white cars in your reticular activating system, and it's showing you white cars. Recently, I had one of the funnest conversations I've ever had with my sister. The backstory, my family, I've personally had a lot of family drama, family pain, and either I'm changing, my siblings are changing, the collective is changing. I don't know what's happening, but I feel like everyone is becoming more emotionally mature or more emotionally aware or more conscious. And connections that problems, pain that has happened in my past, that have been going on for over a decade, all of a sudden, they're starting to disappear. And I was inspired the other day to call a sibling that I have not verbally talked to in over 10 years. And it was effing magic. It was so fun. We're both so different. We both have gotten more mature or have discovered ourselves better, or we have more self-responsibility. We were able to talk about things that we weren't able to discuss before. We were able to take accountability, take responsibility, and move forward. And it was so beautiful. And there's something so healing about being able to bridge the pain gap with DNA family, especially my DNA family, because I come from funny people. You don't know funny. And it might not be your kind of funny, but when you're raised in a big family and you all have the same sense of humor, it is fun. I come from funny people. So I got to spend several hours on the phone with my sister, and I was laughing so hard because she's so hilarious. And the vibe was so high, and it was just super fun. Anyway, so she was talking about the reticular activating system, which I already like the reticular activating system. I've known about the RAS since 1994. But she brought up a piece of the RAS that I did not quite know or understand that's changed everything. This is a game changer. And what she was explaining, and then I went to AI to really research it so I could understand on a deep level what exactly she was saying. Her story was so fun and funny that I was just laughing. It just felt so good to hear her talk about the RAS, but one of her gifts is she can take something very complicated and she just translates it into fun, simple, funny stories. So I go to research what she has said with AI. AI is such a beautiful tool to help us simplify complicated topics. So this is what I learned. All of us, every one of us there's 11 million bits of data happening every second. So visual data, sound data, taste data, all of your sensory experiences, there's 11 million bits per second. That's all of us have 11 million bits per second. Our brain is only able to concentrate on 50 to 120 bits per second. So we have access, right? Like so many sensory things are happening. Sound is happening, sight is happening, words are being said. So many things are happening, 11 million bits per second. But your reticular activating system is only letting you access 50 to 120 bits per second. So for the rest of the video, I'm going to call it 50 bits. So who decides what your 50 bits are? If there's 11 million bits happening per second, how does it get narrowed down to your 50 bits? And you, my friend, control the 50 bits, whether you're conscious of it or unconscious of it. Most people are unconscious of the 50 bits your reticular activating system is showing you. Your reticular activating system, AI called it, some people call it your guardian, your gatekeeper, your filter. And it's selecting the 50 bits based on what your reticular activating system believes is your priority. And it has no point of view, no judgment on your priority. So for an example, if I'm telling a lot of fear-based stories, the world is very dangerous right now, the world is very divided right now, they're true stories. But the more I tell those stories, the more I read those stories, the more I talk about those stories, the more I listen to those stories, that's a signal to my reticular activating system. I value this. This is a priority. This is what I want to focus on. So if there's 11 million bits happening per second, my reticular activating system is going to zero in on 50 bits of fear, zero in on 50 bits of the divisiveness, of the problems, of the challenges, of how scary the world is. So I'm going to get more proof and evidence that the world is really, really horrible right now. Is it true? Yes, it's true. But there's 11 million bits also happening. But my reticular activating system is going to give me more of what I am focusing on, listening to, talking about. Does this sound like law of attraction? Did you know your reticular activating system is here to support you? Law of attraction? Like we are literally wired with a reticular activating system to help us manifest what it is we say we want. So if I want to intentionally rearrange what I focus on, rearrange what I'm calling in, what I'm summoning in, what I want to notice, what I want my RAS to point out, to show me, then I need to change my focus. I need to declare. I need to start my day with an intention. Today I want to see synchronicities. Today I want to see proof and evidence I'm in alignment. Today I want to see evidence that my set point is raising, that my vibration is raising. Today I want to see proof and evidence that I'm loved and adored by the universe. Today I want to see evidence that my life is supposed to be fun. Today I want to see evidence of alignment, of overflow, of extra, of more than enough, of avalanches of abundance. Today I want to focus on that. So when I set the intention in the morning, when I start my day with that intention, when I write that out, that's me telling my reticular activating system, this is my priority. This is my focus. So what do I do with my day? How am I allowing my thoughts to go? Where's my focus? Where's my attention going? Am I spending hours and hours scrolling, watching the scariest things ever? Or am I looking for proof and evidence of feel-good stories? This is not about denial. This is not about denying what's happening. This is about intentionally using what we all have in our brain to help us find more of what we want to pull in. Are you here for the new earth? You know damn well you're here for the new earth. You wouldn't be listening to this if you weren't here for the new earth, right? Those of us who are seekers, those of us who want to call in the new earth, this is how we can do it. It's not about denying the fear and the problems and the pain of the world, but it's about using our reticular activating, using our point of focus, using our point of attraction to notice what is working, to notice all the inventions that are happening, to notice all the good things that are happening, to notice how much consciousness is changing. Bashar recently said, you know the level of light is increasing if you see more and more darkness. How change the way you look at things, the things you look at will change. If you're looking at the darkness and being scared the hell out of the darkness, then you're going to see more of the darkness. But if you're like, have the awareness, have the knowing, oh my gosh, it's getting so light that the darkness is becoming so visible. It's so easy to see all the darkness right now. Why? Because the world is worse than ever? No, because the world is lighter than it's ever been. The darkness can be seen because we are lighter than we have ever been. So how are you framing it? What are you looking at? Are you looking at proof and evidence that the collective consciousness has changed? Are you looking at proof and evidence that the timeline has changed? And we're raising, we're changing our set point, we're elevating, we're rising up. We are the creators of this new earth. And in order to create the new earth, the darkness, the heaviness must be seen. Why? We must see it to rearrange it, to dissolve it, to change it, to alchemize it. So all of the scary news, is it scary? It depends on your point of view. It depends on your perception. Can it be exciting? Like, oh my gosh, did you see all the shit that got like the news shared? Like, oh, that can be a signal, that can be proven evidence that, wow, the frequency of this planet really is rising. We are lighter than we've ever been. So even if you don't want to make it about the earth, even if you just want to use your reticular activating system for your personal goals, for your personal desires and wishes, use your reticular activating system on purpose to help support you in manifesting, getting into the vortex so you can align with everything that it is you would like for you. So is that so exciting? I am like dazzled. I'm dazzled at how fast everything is changing. I'm dazzled that I'm having healing with my family. Like we're talking 10 plus years of deep, like a lot of pain, a lot of grief, and it's changing. It's dissolving. We're talking about like emotional maturity. We're talking about self-responsibility and acknowledging the shitty things that we've said and done. We're all imperfect. We've all made mistakes. But to me, the way we elevate is we can't pretend like we weren't jerks. If we were a jerk, if we did hurtful things, which we all do, take accountability, take responsibility, and move forward. Move forward. So I am seeing well, we're all seeing, but it's moving so fast. And then to understand each and every one of us in our brain has a reticular activating system. If you want more information to understand it, or how you can reprogram your 50 bits to have you find the things that you really, really want to focus on, go to AI. Ask AI, how can I rearrange so I can pull into myself the 50 bits of information that I want to see, that I'm excited about. And that was the funny thing my sister was saying. She was telling funny stories in her circle of friends, if somebody would want to tell like a negative story or a victim mindset story, she's like, can't give one of my bits. I can't give you one of my bits. I only have 50. Sorry, I can't listen to that story. Can't give you one of my bits. And she was saying it was so funny, right? Especially hearing the whole context, it was so funny. But it was like a light, easy way to let people know, like, no, let's not get trapped in the victim mindset. Let's not get trapped in the worry. Let's not get trapped in the fear. Like, let's transform it. Let's alchemize it. Let's help our reticular activating, or let's let our reticular activating system help us. So we're focusing on our 50 bits, or on things that feel good, that help us thrive, that help us be more alive, that help us have more fulfillment, joy, bliss in this incarnation. You're here. You're a once in a lifetime, right? You're a once in a lifetime. Be here, be now. How can you make this now experience your best one? How can you thrive? Use your reticular activating system. Thanks for listening.